Baltimore National Pike. So it's the top end of Route 40 in Frederick. I am with Ayanna, and it's Aya Cultural Arts Studio.
Yes.
We got it. Okay. You're fascinating to me. I really, just your whole journey and being here. So we'll quickly start. You were a teacher for a long time.
Yep.
When did the drumming come into play?
I've been drumming my whole life.
Really?
Yeah. So
how did you, because this isn't like the typical, right? So
right.
how did this come about?
So I lived in New Hampshire for from college to 2012, and I was a freelance trombonist. I played in a symphony and did trombone and voice. And then in 2012, I wanted to move. I was living in rural New Hampshire. I was like, let me try living in a city. So my husband and I had gotten a job in DC at a charter school. And I was like, all right, I'm going to reinvent myself as a musician because new city, new me, new this, you know?
It.
So I went to an event at a Busboys and Poets, and I saw this woman drumming. She had a baby strapped to her back. She and her partner were drumming for this fundraiser. I was like, I want to do that because I'd already been playing djembe and African drums and Caribbean drums with my father, but kind of like, just as a cultural, this is what we do kind of thing.
Right.
Nothing formal. So I started my formal training in 2012 with that person who was Chris Narant, and then moved on to another teacher, Mahiri Keita, and have been studying seriously ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that is really, I always say, when you get something like that, it is literally your chosen path, right?
Right,
I mean, you're being pulled by something. When you feel it, you get it, it's right there, and that's been your passion. That's really amazing.
Right.
So you were in DC and you were teaching, and then what happened? So
then COVID hit.
Yeah.
I always tell people there should be a book called "And Then COVID Hit."
Then the pandemic. Yeah.
So once COVID hit, all of us musicians, we were out of a place to play.
Yeah.
So we were either just trying to play online and do the whole social media thing, but I was a full-time teacher at the same time. I wasn't interested in trying to be on social media as much because, of course, that's what our students were doing all the time.
Right.
Now.
Yeah.
So I had all this equipment in my home. We had my son had a walk-in closet, and he was only 3 at the time. I was like, you don't need all that space. Turned it into a vocal booth and started a voiceover career at the same time that I was teaching.
Wow.
During COVID. So then once students went back to the classrooms, I transitioned out. I quit teaching in public school and became a voice actor. And the money I had from voice acting, even just through COVID, helped us to buy a home in Moco.
Wow.
And then I'm constantly on the go.
Yeah. Yes.
So I got to the point with voice acting that I was only working, seriously working probably 2-3 hours a day. I couldn't stand it. I love the job. I still do it. I still do it now. It's still my bread and butter.
I got you.
Doing voiceover work, but I couldn't turn off the teaching thing inside of me.
Yeah.
So we live in 2 cabins. So one cabin became my rehearsal space / teaching space / recording space. And I had done a performance in Urbana, and the parents were like, you got to bring your business to Urbana. So I was like, all right, let me try something.
Funny. I love it.
Let me just try something new. Let me open up a whole retail space that I've never done before in brick and mortar. And I just, flew the plane. Built the plane as I was flying it, and I'm still building it. But yeah, that's how it all kind of came to be. So, I'm still teaching, which is what I'm happy with.
Yeah. The vocal work, that's pretty awesome that you were able to not only get in at the time, but just really have it be regular and consistent. And
yes.
That's a big testament to you. You must be, dedicated. I know you already are. Driven. I know you are that too. And talented, I know as
Thanks.
well. So that's really great.
Thanks.
That's really great. So from Urbana, you got this space recently in August, and now you've got a place really you feel at home, and people can come and go. Other providers, actors, singers, open mics, and all of that are being run out of here as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
Everything that I wanted in a space is what we can do in this space.
Yeah.
I mean, with Urbana, it was just too small and it just wasn't the right fit.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot.
Well, yeah.
I learned
as
a lot.
long as you learn a lot, nothing is a mistake.
Yeah,
That's what
I learned a lot.
for sure.
But everything, I really wanted a space where I could teach comfortably and have a classroom space.
Yeah.
But I wanted a space where people could come in and feel that they have, one, a safe space that they can express themselves.
Sure.
A space where they feel that they can share what they know, and just a space where they can discover something new.
Yeah.
And that last part is always, when people come through the door, it's like, what is this? But I feel like I get that all the time when I'm performing around Frederick.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of kids with me,
Yeah.
and there's a bunch of drums. They're like, what is this?
Yeah.
So it's like, I like that.
Yeah, of course, of course. Well, I mean, it's a gift to be able to share the culture, the music, the whole drumming with people who have had no idea and never seen it or heard it. And you are opening the eyes of a lot of people. And like you say, giving people of all ages an opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. So the things you guys do here, you do classes still, right? And so how does that work? If somebody is interested in learning to play like your son so beautifully.
So we have some classes that run seasonally and some that are running just ongoing. So we're turning our African drumming class as just an ongoing class. So you can get a drop-in, a 5-class pass, or a 10-class pass. We're starting that at the end of the month on Sundays from 4 to 5:30, and anyone can really come, but it's basically based on adults and teens.
Okay.
And then on Monday nights, we have our ensemble, and that is a mixed group. It's mostly 6 to 12-year-olds. We do have an adult in there, and we do have some people that come in. It's funny when you have kids doing it, they learn so fast.
Oh, yeah.
And there are adults who have done drum circles and have done some kinds of drumming, and then they come to the ensemble or they come to a class and they realize, oh, this is different. This is really about technique. It's about appreciating the culture. It's about hearing the stories. It's so much deeper than just when your hands are hitting some kind
how
of
often.
And it is hard.
Yeah.
It is difficult because we really aren't improvising a lot. We're doing, it's like learning a canon of literature when you're a writer.
I asked your son, and we'll play his video, but was that improv or no? It's learned. And it goes to choreography.
Yes.
And the memory, I mean, I think that was almost 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
And he was doing things with his hands I couldn't even see. So
Right.
It's amazing. It really is cool. And he looked so happy doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to laugh though, because when I concentrate really hard, I move my mouth too. And I saw him doing that, or looking up and looking at you. And it was very cute. I loved it. I loved it.
A lot of drummers end up doing that because we say, because this is a language, and he's able to do it as well because he grew up with the language.
Yeah.
And a lot of adults, we didn't grow up with the language. So we're ended like, do do da 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 da, do do da da da. So we're doing that kind of thing when we're drumming too.
Yeah. So on top of all of this, you perform and travel all over.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing that?
I mean, I've been performing since I was 16.
Yeah. Okay.
So I started off as a low brass musician, and now mostly as a world percussionist and vocalist.
Okay.
So my jam is being the backup person.
Okay.
So I've played with hip hop groups, like I've played with Do Me Right a couple times at the Kennedy Center.
Nice.
I performed with Marsha and the Positrons, which is a Parents' Choice Award SAW winner.
Yeah.
And we're going on tour next week in New England.
Wow.
So that's a kindy group, and sometimes I perform with a 17-piece West African all-women's drum group.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
It is wild. Yeah, we throw down.
I bet you do. I bet you do. I love it.
So I play in a bunch of different groups. Sometimes someone will just need a percussionist or someone who can play percussion and sing harmonies, and I just drop in, I come and do my thing, and then
you're out.
Yeah.
Where can people follow everything that you're doing? Where's the best place to do that?
So best place is you can go to the website ayaarts.com. and sign up for our mailing list. You can also catch us on Facebook, which is facebook.com Aya Cultural Arts Studio, or catch us on Instagram, which is Aya_cultural_arts. So either way, if you look up Aya Cultural Arts or Aya Arts, you're gonna find us.
And can they get your tour schedule and where you're gonna be through all of that as well?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's really great. Well, look, I think you're just in the beginnings of starting something really great back here, and I think it's gonna. I can't wait to come back in like a year, because I think this is just gonna have melded into something really phenomenal, because I feel like you're reacting to the needs of the community in the best possible way. And I feel like more and more people are going to find this space and want to also be a part of it.
Yeah,
so
what's been beautiful about being here is just it's been growing. We haven't dipped.
No,
but it's been growing and growing, and more people are finding how they can express themselves creatively through whatever we offer.
I mean, you got a ton of stuff here that people can do and utilize spaces and things like that. So check it out. Really appreciate you being a part of our community and adding this element for us. I mean, I think it's great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.